All right, grade 10s, can you give me a green check mark in Blackboard just to let me know that you're back from your break, all right, and that we can get started on ADC and planning this morning and that we're ready to go. So I'll give you a few minutes just so I can see those green check marks starting to come in, all right. Wait a few more minutes here. Perfect, thanks you guys. So Kaylin, if you're there, Emery, Jenna, Jonah, give me those green check marks. All right, perfect. Costin, if you're there, Maddie. So what we're going to be starting today, you guys, and this was one of the, I'll give a little preamble to this. This is one of the big reasons why I didn't want to include the community contributions on your first report card this term, because we hadn't even done blogging yet, and that's a big part of the community contributions. So that's why it won't be included on your first term report card. Because remember last class I was bumbling and saying that, oh, maybe we'll do it, and then I was like, no, we won't, and this is why, because we hadn't done blogging yet. So there's lots of formats that we've been communicating, right, when we're talking ADC and planning, right? We've got our Blackboard communication, which we talk about, every day with you guys. We've got our Moodle communication with our messages. We've got our discussion forums within Moodle. We've done a couple of discussion forums, right? And now our last way that we are going to communicate with each other is through blogging. So a lot of students always say to me like, oh, why, Miss Ward, why do we have to do blogging? It has nothing to do with anything. But it actually does. It is a form of communication online, right? And that is why we do it, okay? It gives you another opportunity to not only state your opinions, but to communicate with others, okay? That is why we blog. So here are your learning targets for this morning, okay? I want you to be able to explain what a blog is, all right? I want you to be able to identify and use the features that make a blog visually appealing. So it's not just a piece of writing, you guys. It actually does use visuals to support your opinions. And that you can form an opinion supported by details and examples, and that you can communicate online in a responsible, respectful manner. Okay? Those are your learning targets for when it comes to blogging. All right. Now, this is part of the ADC portion. So we're back up to the top, you guys, and looking at ADC. All right. So here we go. This is what we're doing today. Blogging for dummies, just like how we did discussion forums for dummies. Now we're doing blogging for dummies. So really quickly, I just want to explain to you guys what a blog essentially is, right? It's a special web page or part of a website, such as your Weebly site that we have created, where you record your individual personal opinions, you can update information, right? It's a blog post or an entry, a blog entry, is usually written in paragraph form, and it can include hyperlinks to other sites, it can include images to provide additional support to the text that you're writing, okay? It also includes a comment feature, which engages that communication aspect, right, that I've been talking about. So you can comment on a person's blog and participate in the discussion that may be going around that opinion. So I actually have, personally, I have a couple of friends that blog. And I actually follow a couple of people that blog, right? So I follow their blog entries. I don't necessarily always communicate with them, but I like to read what they're writing and what they're thinking about. And it's usually on topics that I like. So usually like one blogger that I follow, she's actually a friend of mine, and she blogs about life in general and being mindful about her surroundings, right? Being grateful, being healthy. That's another thing. I'm really into health right now. So I like to follow people who engage in that sort of discussion, right? Another person that I follow on a blog is one of my favorite chefs, right? That I love to get recipes from her blog, that sort of thing. All right, so there's a multitude of different reasons that you guys might either blog or follow someone's blog. Yeah, right, Lee? It's actually a good way. I've ventured into it a bit, and I could never just hit publish. It was too public for me personally. So just a reminder for your guys' blogs, because they're on Weebly, they're password protected, no one else is going to actually, you can't Google your guys' Weebly sites and your blog's gonna come up. That's not gonna happen. So your guys' blogs aren't technically public. This is gonna be your safe space to practice your blogging skills, and maybe I'll incite a little bit of passion in you for blogging, and then you can go out publicly. Yeah, yes, Jessie. Great analogy, okay? Absolutely. Instagram is like a pictorial blog. And there's actually examples out that I have as well that you can actually, because you can still tell a story in words, right? Just like we did in our EKG project at the beginning of the year, right? For English. Absolutely. Twitter is another example of like a micro blog, right? If you follow somebody's Twitter feed, you can see the opinions that they have or the feelings that they are emoting to the world, right? Absolutely. So these social media constructs that are emerging right now, you guys, all the different little, Twitter, Instagram, all those different things, they're actually moving blogging forward in a different manner than the traditional blog. Right? So absolutely. So like I was telling you guys, I follow one of my friends, right, for her blog, and she doesn't use paragraph form. She actually uses just short phrases and sentences that as you read it, it makes sense when you read it. It's not this laid out beautiful paragraph. So there's lots of different formats that you can actually use as well in a blog. Jessie, I love Twitter as well. Twitter is one of my things. I use Twitter for my professional development. So I follow a lot of teachers, I follow educational gurus, that sort of thing, okay? So I use Twitter a lot as well. So here we go. Again, coming back to the big idea of why I make you guys blog, right? This is always, students are like, I hate blogging, why do we have to blog, right? This is a big thing. It provides a platform, number one, to express your opinions, okay? It helps you guys to formulate your thoughts and get your opinions across, which helps your communication skills, which is part of this course and in everyday life, right? It allows you to share your reflections with others, right? So now you can actually share out to the world or to our little group, right? It encourages readers to comment. You want to get a discussion going, right? Just like in a discussion forum, but this is much more engaging, right? When you're blogging, because now it's just the group of people that are passionate about that same topic, right? And it gives you that tech savvy skill to communicate online, obviously. And that's one of the skills that we're trying to give you guys in this program, right? So writing a successful blog, you guys, it takes a lot of time, all right? Just like it takes in English to develop your own writing style, so does blogging, right? You do have to develop a writing style and a tone that's appropriate to your subject matter. So if you're writing about, and blogging can be about anything, you guys, right? So you can take a funny comedic tone, you can take a serious tone, right? More opinion, more fact-based, whatever it is, but you do have to develop a tone, okay? You want to make sure that you're posting often on your blog and that your posts aren't 10 pages long, right? Posts are, an entry on a blog is usually, 3 paragraphs. Like they're usually pretty short, but they have different aspects as well. You want to make sure that you've got a great title, that your topic is really, really specific. It's not this broad topic, right? Make sure you do some research to back up your opinion. That's one of the biggest things that we find with students' blogs, you guys. You guys just state your opinion and throw it out there with no backing it up, right? You can't do that. It's not just a conversation. You do, because it's written, you do have to have the research behind it, okay? So, for example, right, if you are going to write about the political going on in the US right now, right? Trump versus Clinton. You can't just state, you know, Trump's an idiot. Give me specific hard proof facts that he is, right? You got to be able to back up those opinions with facts. And sometimes, usually, you guys, blogs are a call to action, right? So if you're really looking at like a social injustice, right, issue, then we can look at a call to action, which means, you know, like a solution, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm not even going there, you guys. I'm breaking it off. I shouldn't have even mentioned it. All right, here we go. I want you guys to watch the tutorial really quick. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes to go through this slideshow that is in the assignment, and I'll show you guys where it is really quickly. I want you guys, so in the ADC course, you guys will see, if you scroll down, oh, you guys, I haven't opened it up. Just wait. See, I did English, you guys, and I didn't do ADC. This is what happens when time change happens. So give me 2 seconds and I'll open this up for you guys. So you guys, you need to refresh your page, please. All right. So now you guys should be able to see it. Hopefully. Now refresh your page. You should be able to see the assignment. So if we scroll down, there it is, right? Blogs for Dummies. That's what you guys are looking at. If we open that one up, you guys, you'll see I've gone through most of this, but you'll see this is the tutorial right here. Okay, so I just want you guys to quickly go through this. Just click on the arrow. Okay, it's some good quick tips and strategies for you guys for your first blog. All right, let's take 5 minutes, go through that tutorial, come back and give me a green check mark. All right, once you've looked at the tutorial. All right, go ahead, you guys, take 5 minutes. All right. Hopefully that was sufficient time, you guys, to quickly go through that tutorial on some quick tips and strategies on how to create a blog. If you didn't have time, that's all right. You can always go back. I would love for you guys, as you're writing your blog, to constantly be referring to that. It's actually a great assessment tool as well. Are you hitting all the points of creating a great blog post? Right? Do you have a catchy title? Is your formatting correct? Do you have the images? Do you have the hyperlinks to support your opinion? That sort of thing. All right? Oh, excuse me, you guys. All right, so if we head back, I'm just going to head back to my PowerPoint here. Now, I'm just looking at the time too, you guys. And I do have some student samples that I can show you as well. So if we don't get to it in time during the live session, I will definitely post it in the assignment so that you guys can take a look, all right, at what some great student sample blogs look like. And you guys can factor it over there. All right, so I want to make sure, you guys, that you created your blog page in Weebly as an actual blog. Okay, this is very, very important. Otherwise, it's pointless. So, can we get into your Weeblies right now? Let's take 2 minutes. Get into your Weebly right now. And once you're logged in and on your page, once you're on your site, okay, in editing mode, give me a green check mark, okay? Let's take 2 minutes and do that. Don't get me started. Hi guys, sorry, I'm just quickly, if you are having issues, number one, please remember now that Weebly's actually better supported, you guys, in Chrome, okay? So try to be using Chrome if you can get in. If you can't get in, please send me a message. Oh, like Jessie just did. Sorry. And ignore that, Jessie, ignore that. And I can get you guys your passwords and stuff, all right? So it may just look awkward on the live feed right here for a second, just because I know I'm going back and forth trying to get students usernames and passwords all caught up here. So just bear with me. Jesse, I'm sending it to you right now, the correct one. There we go. So if anyone else is having issues, please just send me a private message in Blackboard and I can get you guys your passwords and stuff if you need to, right? So like Christina, do you want me to send you yours? Okay, so otherwise, I'm hoping, oh, perfect, there you go, good, excellent. Okay, if I would now like to see you guys give me those green check marks so that I know that everybody is in their Weebly sites so that we can go through this step by step, okay? So Josh, if you're in Weebly, give me those green check marks. Jonah, Jesse, I'll give you 2 seconds to log in. Emery, Anthony. When you log in, you guys, it's automatically in editing mode. So if it looks like this, like it does on the screen here behind me, you've got your 2 dashboards, right? Up here. Build pages theme, and you've got this dashboard along the left-hand side too. That's editing mode, okay? When you hit publish for, my keyboard's being a little sticky here, you guys, sorry. When you hit publish and you click on the blue link, right? So if I click on this link, you guys, this is what we call the viewing mode. Okay, this is what it actually looks like on the website, right? It actually looks like a website now, right? There's no editing tools, there's nothing like that, right? Like I can see all the pages drop down, all of that, right? That's viewing mode. But I want you to be in editing mode. So when you're in editing mode, that's what when you log in, this is what it should look like, all right? So, Emery, how are we doing? Christina, Anthony? Give me those green check marks, you guys, or private message me if you're still having issues around getting into Weebly, okay? All right, so we want to make sure that our blog page is actually a blog. Now, when we did our introduction to Weebly, right, I had you guys set up a blog page. I want to make sure it's actually a blog page. All right, you guys? So if you go to, now again, remember you guys, Mr. Fisher's portfolio may look different than yours. Yours may just say blog, right? So I want you to click on that blog page. This is how I know it's a blog page. So sorry guys, I gotta tilt this so I can see where my cursor's going here. You can see that it's a blog page from down here. You'll see a little comments, right? You'll see blog settings. You'll see new post, okay? That is how you tell. And if I scroll down even more, you should have this little author tagline section, an archive section, and a category section, okay? That's how you know it's a blog page. So now I just cleared the chat, you guys, or cleared the green check marks. Can you give me a green check mark that for sure you have a blog page as your blog? Give me a green check mark if you do, if it's set up as a blog. If it's not, give me a red X and I will show you quickly how to set up a blog page. Or send me a quick little message. Up to you guys. This is very, very important that you actually have it set up properly as a blog. All right, so Madison, If yours is just a page, okay, so everybody can actually, this is great review for you guys, okay? If your blog page is just a regular page, this is what you need to do. Go into Pages up at the top. You'll notice that your left-hand dashboard now changes. If your blog is a regular page, I want you to hover over it, okay? And I believe if you click on it, right, then you can delete it. All right? That's how you can delete your regular blog page. And then you are going to add a blog page. So up at the top there, you'll see this little plus sign. This is your add a page symbol. So if you click on this, you'll get a drop-down menu. Instead of doing a standard page, I want you to actually add a blog page. Then when you do this, your title will be blog, okay? Blog page. It's just leave it as is and then save. All right, that's how you add a blog page. Okay, so I'm just gonna head, and then once you're done, once you've got the blog page, head back to build, okay? Now you should have an actual blog page, and this is where we are going to put our blog entries. Okay, perfect, good. So the first thing that I want you guys to do, and we're gonna take 5 minutes, okay, to do this. In the author section, right here, see when I hover over it, it kind of highlights it with a blue box. I want you guys to write something about yourself here. No need to be fancy, and we call it a tagline, okay? It's something quick and catchy that describes you. And I'm pretty sure, I'm just gonna head back to just trying to see if I've got an example of it. Oh, I don't. So I don't in my PowerPoint, you guys, but I know in the assignment, I've got some examples. And we'll change our settings in a second. So we're gonna create this tagline right here, you guys. Okay? Basically just a quick little snippet of who you are, but don't include anything that is private, right? Like stay away from don't put your address, your age, don't put what school you go to, anything like that, okay? Costin, we're getting to that, okay? Right now we're just in the setup stage, all right? We are getting to the actual assignment for your first blog post, Costin, in a second, okay? So here's some examples, you guys. Always curious, always blonde, and always carrying lipstick. This is one of our cute little students, right? Or here's another example, border gamer friend. Just something quick, catchy that can give your readers who you are, okay? Can we just take 5 minutes, come up with something, you guys, on your Weeblies? And like I said, you just hover over it and you can click right here and delete this text and then put in what you would like. All right? So let's take 5 minutes and come up with a tagline. Go ahead. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, even if you didn't come up with a tagline now, just make sure that by the time you submit your first blog post that that tagline is completed. What I want to do is one more little setup thing with you guys before we get into the actual content of the assignment and what I'd like to put on your blogs, right? That is, if you go into this area here, your blog settings, okay? When you get in here, you guys, and again, I can't read it off my TV, you guys, I'm getting old. And if we scroll down right here into the comment section, okay? What I'd like you to do is under the spam moderation, okay? I would like you to change this to never moderate, okay? Because that way, when I go to comment, it will automatically just come up on your blog. And then you do not have to moderate the comments. All right. And then just hit your save button right there. All right. So that one's updated. So you want to make sure that that's done. So once we're done that, then we can head back into build. All right. Okay. So now we've got our settings all done. Now I'm going to head back into my PowerPoint, you guys, and we can actually go over what the assignment is all about. All right. Note, Costin, note, there's going to be specific blog post assignments for you, okay? So this isn't really journaling, okay? There's going to be specific assignments that you're going to have to blog about, all right? So here we go. This is the criteria, you guys, and that it needs to be included with every blog post that you do end up writing throughout the rest of the semester. You need to write a strong title, all right? That was mentioned in the tutorial. You want to capture your reader's attention. You need to have something to say. Don't write on something that you're not interested in. It will come off in your writing as boring, okay? Make sure you find something, a topic, that really interests you, that you have an opinion about, okay? Be creative, make a call to action, all right? If it's a social injustice issue or whatever it is, come up and say, let's do this as a group, come up with a solution, that sort of thing, okay? Now, this one is iffy for me, okay? Because I know that formatting can be different, okay? So I'm not a stickler on writing in paragraph form, okay? Because I know that a lot of bloggers out there use different formats. You could do a blog totally in images. You could do a blog in point form. Whatever it is, as long as it gets your point across, then I'm happy. It doesn't necessarily have to be in traditional paragraph form, okay? What you do want to do is going back to that visually appealing topic that I talked about, right, you guys? It's not just all about your text. It is about the visual appeal of your blog as well. So make sure you use font changes, images. You can change the color of your text, hyperlinks to articles or different websites that support your opinion, right? Whatever you can do that can draw attention and make people want to read your blog, all right? That's really what it comes down to. So keeping that in the back of your mind, here's some samples that we have. Now, we're giving you 3 options, okay? I'm going to give you 3 options about what you can write about in your blog, okay, for finding a topic. Remember, keep it school appropriate, all right? So the first option is the real consequences of social media. Okay, so we've included a couple of different videos for you guys to watch, and I'm just actually going to head into the actual assignment here, you guys, because I think you can actually see it better. My images, for some reason, are not cooperating. Okay, so if you see the real consequences of social media, this is your first option. Like I said, you got 2 videos that you can watch, right? And you can either write about what you feel within these videos, and you can take it onto a topic totally where you want to take it. But if you're stuck, we've given you some guiding questions, All right. And then you can incorporate these guiding questions into your blog post if you want. So you can talk about the real consequence, right, of social media and somehow make a personal connection. Do you agree with these videos? Is it possible to change society? That sort of thing. Just some guiding questions. You guys can take it wherever you want. All right. Okay. Costin, just one, because we can put multiple blog posts on one page, okay? It's a running commentary on one page, all right? So you only need one blog page. That's your first option. So if that appeals to you, feel free to write on that. The second option is more about, it's called the Terrace to Jeep. I don't know if you guys have ever watched FosseTube. Okay, he's a guy that likes to do social experiments. So you don't have to do this one. This is just one that we chose. Feel free to go back to his channel on YouTube and you can choose a different video of a social experiment. This is just one that we chose, right? Around terrorism and stuff like that, the religious differences. So that's another topic that you may want to choose. And again, we've given you some guiding questions. The last one that you guys may choose is maybe you want to just keep it simple and choose one of your favorite things, because that's really what you're passionate about too, right? That you showcased on your e-portfolio. Maybe you want to do a blog post about traveling, or you want to do a blog post about your family, or whatever it is, okay? Totally up to you guys, okay? Now, I love this image that we put into the assignment as well, because a lot of students, I think, struggle with this. Like, how do we start, right? So I've got my topic, but now I don't know how to start. You do want to make it catchy, right? You want to get your reader and your audience engaged right away in what you're trying to say, right? So you could start out with a fact or a statistic, right, around what you're talking about. You could use a quote to introduce your topic. You could ask a question, right? You could describe in great detail what you're going to talk about, or open with an exaggeration, right? Good tie into English. Open with a hyperbole, right? And then tie it into your topic somehow, okay? So that really is so you have the three choices there, right, you guys? I'll even give you a fourth one. I'll open it up, write on whatever you want. Right? Just make sure that you are hitting the criteria of the assignment. That's really what we want. All right? That's the important thing. Now, when I head back into my PowerPoint here, you guys, okay, we went over that. Here's where I want to go, is saving and publishing, okay? You'll notice at the bottom of your Weebly's, okay, this is in the top right-hand corner. You need to either hit save or publish, okay? You need to save the way it works is if you're not done your blog post, you can save it, okay? And you can see that it saves it into a draft format. That means that you'll be able to go back and keep editing versus when you're ready to post it, right? You'll post it and it makes it visible. Now, this is the key trick. I know some of you are going to post and you're going to start freaking out, okay? Your post will not disappear, I promise, okay? When you are in editing mode, you will post and then all of a sudden, boom, your post disappears. It doesn't. When you get to go to publish, okay, publish it and go check it on your viewing site, and you will see that your post is there, I promise, okay? So it won't be visible on your editing, but it will be visible on your viewing webpage, okay? So don't freak out if all of a sudden your blog post disappears, okay? So when we head back into our Weebly's, okay, you just want to hit that new post button, right down here in the corner, new post, and you'll see right here. So it pops it back up to the beginning. I'm just going to scroll down, you guys. There we go. So this is what it looks like, right? So you're going to post a title and then start typing straight in here. You just click in here. Oh, you do actually have to drag over a text box, I believe. Okay, drag a text box in and you can just start typing. All right. So that is the blog. All right. Now, I'm just going to head back into my PowerPoint to make sure. Yeah, so there's a couple of other things, you guys. There's a challenge there if you need it, right? You can use a different video from the FossyTube channel. The assessment is basically just like your criteria, right? Information and additional meaningful contents provided. Make sure you're free of grammatical and spelling mistakes. You've put some thought and understanding and application into your writing, right? It's in your own words. It has visual appeal. The reader's drawn in. All this is in the assignment, you guys. Then what you want to do is when you submit, please make sure that you are linking directly to your blog page, not your home page. This is the first time you're going to not submit your actual home page. So everybody needs to be watching this, all right? There is a difference. So I'm going to show you once you are ready to submit your blog into Moodle, right? Okay, I've posted it, I've published it, it's awesome. Then you are going to go, I'm just going to head back to I'm just going to discard my draft, just so, because I know Mr. Fisher uses this too, you guys. So when we're ready, we're going to publish, right? Then we're going to go to our viewing website, right? Now, normally this was the URL that I got you guys to highlight, copy, go into Moodle, hyperlink it, all that thing, all that jazz, right? This time it's different. This time you have to go to your blog page, okay? And I'm gonna go down because Mr. Fisher there we go, okay? This is his actual blog page. How you can tell it's his blog page is, look, right here. The extension turns to a blog. This is the URL that I would like you guys to submit and hyperlink into Moodle, okay? This way, when I go to mark, it takes me straight to your blog page. I don't have to go to your home page. I don't have to scroll and find your blog page, all of that, right? It makes it easier for me, all right? So that is your blogging assignment for today. You now have half an hour to work on that, and you will complete it by next week, all right? And I'll have that all into the assignment, you guys, by the end of the day, all right? If you are clear on what you need to accomplish, give me a green check mark in Blackboard, please. All right, perfect. Now, this is the time where I am going to head back to my office, you guys. Say goodbye on the live feed. Head back to my office. We are not done class. We still have 30 minutes. I want to make sure that everyone is clear on what we need to accomplish. All right? So give me 5-10 minutes to head back to my office. I'll log back into Blackboard and answer any questions that you may have. All right, in the meantime, you need to be working on your first blog post on your Weebly's. All right, so go ahead, get started. I'll see you guys in about 5-10 minutes.